Welcome back, everybody, to Beyond the Production Value.
Well done, sir. Well done. He figured it out. Fifth tries the charm.
I don't know, man. I don't know. What are we going to do with me?
Some days. It's got a mind of its own. There's some bugs in the computer. Let's put it at that. I'm sure the cats had something to do with it. Here we've got our second best of three. ASUS.Polar versus the HellRaisers, gods. This is our second set of semifinals. The winner of this one will be secured in the winner bracket finals against Empire, our victor of the first series. Big matchup, pretty close. I think ASUS.Polar are the favorites, but HellRaisers, they've been looking strong in general.
They have been. They did surprisingly well at DAC as well. I mean, they were kind of always talked about as one of those big upcoming teams, but I think they really proved that when they were in China. Yeah. Despite not getting that top 8 finish, they got top 8 in the group stages and then kind of fell a bit short in the playoff bracket, losing the Rave. So definitely a team with potential. Draft is underway, though. These teams know what they want, and they know what they want fast.
Yeah, let's take a look and see what they're working on. HellRaisers, they get the Troll Warlord first pick here. They ban out the Wisp and the Slark. ASUS.Polar banning out Axe and Shadow Fiend, the two red guys. That'll open up for Brewmaster Dazzle as their opener. And we've seen that Brewmaster banned out a lot against ASUS.Polar, so not too surprised to see him pick it up nice and early. But HellRaisers get a couple of picks that they're comfortable with. Troll Warlord and Lion, they've been pretty popular this patch. Spin Lord and the Initiation Lord with the finger.
Yeah, and the Troll something HellRaisers have been continually running themselves a lot of, so probably Artez on this hero. They could always put it mid for Ninja, but generally it has been Artez playing this. Artez actually ran the Phantom Lance the other day too, so...
No way. Get out of here.
It's happening. I'm not convinced that carries the way to play PL. I think he'd make a good offlaner, but I'll have to wait and see. Fear played a game of the LPL.
Did it work? How's he looking?
HellRaisers lost with the hero. They were versing Secret. EG and Fear won with the hero. They were versing some NA teams, so it's like both games were like... Well, both games were games that were decided based on the teams more than the heroes, I feel. Like,
yeah, definitely.
Secret just kind of outclass HellRaisers, EG outclass any NA team.
That's fun, though. I want to go back and check out those PL games. I'm curious about his current state in the meta. Maybe we'll see him here. Who knows? HellRaisers could pull something crazy out. Game 1 of a best of 3 in the upper bracket. That's usually a time when you could take some risk if you want to try and catch your opponents off guard. Not too much on the line here in terms of a loss today. But ASUS.Polar doing some homework. They ban out the Night Stalker, a hero HR have been very comfortable with. And here we'll see Brood and Dusa banned out. Again, two heroes we saw ASUS.Polar play quite a bit just the other day.
Yeah, we'll see if they go that one step further and even ban out like the Omni Knight that HellRaisers like to run and run a lot of during DAC. Or if it's going to be something a bit different. It's going to be the Chen, actually. And then, oh yeah, one of my favorites, the Space Scout.
Oh, yeah.
Mag Special.
Yeah, we saw this... What tournament was it, gods? Was it the ES Portal?
Tournament. Yeah, ES Portal.
Every tournament. ES Portal in particular is one we were casting where we had like day stretches of Spirit Breaker madness, and ASUS.Polar are going to help us remember why that was. The Space Scout, pretty good. The big space creator, we've seen Mag do some work on him. We'll see him focus the supports most likely, charge the back line, try and break those big team fights up into multi-skirmishes. You don't see his impact on the numbers, but boy, can you see it on the field when he's cruising around.
Yeah. Does give them two not very farm-dependent core heroes. So Illidan probably looking at some kind of a big farming carry of some sort to go with the Brewmaster and the Spirit Breaker. Brewmaster himself can do with a bit of farm, or at least generally will pick up a bit of farm in a game with a Spirit Breaker, but... It does make me think they'd want that very farm-dependent hero for Illidan. The Slack, the Dusa, some kind of targeted bans at Illidan himself, so we'll see what other options he has.
Both of them would have been pretty good here, honestly. He still plays the Gyro sometimes if they feel it appropriate. Spectre could be interesting with a Spirit Breaker. Charge around if you get some global vision and haunt on in, maybe find some kills. HellRaisers thinking about it, though. The Space Cow maybe throwing him off a little bit. Delving deep into the reserve time here with pick number 3. A lot of different ways they can take this draft. 2 comfort picks to get things started. And well-rounded heroes that you can kind of make fit into anything.
Yeah, I don't know what... Against the Spirit Breaker Brewmaster, I mean, this is... I don't know if you have to mix things up too much when you see this. You maybe want something defensive, and it will be the Abaddon, who's going to get picked up as the secondary support. Similar to the Omni Knight I mentioned, but a bit better early game as far as the laning stage goes. And when you actually like TP in, you generally can look to... I mean, just a more kind of laning-oriented hero compared to the Omni Knight, who's actually quite weak in the lanes.
Yeah, fun with the injunction with the troll. Allows him to be a little more aggressive in lane. We'll see Abaddon probably get an early TP, be available to move around the lanes, help everybody out as needed. They could also safe lane the troll, where Abaddon gets even more fun. The Luna here. There's your Illidan hero, and boy, is she a farm-dependent one. We saw a game not so long ago where Illidan was able to go full greed mode on the Luna. He went starting items like Ring of Protection, a little bit of regen, some branches, and then went straight Midas, straight HOD, and then I think he decided to go back for some boots. And it worked out pretty well. So a hero, if you give him space on, he will get massive pretty damn quick.
And not many teams running this hero, except like in like some cheesy push strats here and there. So good to see ASUS.Polar bring it back out, and just synergize a lot of just right-click damage coming out from the Dazzle Luna in the actual laning stage with the Luna Aura. And something that HellRaisers are going to have to just kind of probably sack the offlane somewhat, unless they really want to try and have like some kind of a potent, annoying dual lane with like an Abaddon +1. For now, they're going to grab the Alpha Ninja Zeus. So there's your mid laner, and I was going to mention Artez generally plays the troll in the safe lane. So I don't feel like Abaddon's the best kind of just like, oh, let's defensive tri lane. It's more likely going to be some kind of a dual lane up top where they just play very defensively and just try not to get killed and just try and contest some XP and farm. But
ASUS.Polar doesn't seem to think so. Nature's Prophet banned out here.
Oh, that's kind of like, I guess, the dual lane that some the Nature's Prophet Abaddon is something that some teams have been doing. I think that was like EG. EG did that a bit at like 1 or 2 games at DAC.
Okay. Abaddon Prophet. That's interesting.
It's not like there's no synergy there. It's just the Abaddon prevents NP from getting dive. If you try and go on the NP, you're gonna 9 times out of 10 save her with a mist coil with a Nephotic shield. There's no like obvious synergy between the two. It's just it's just a ranged offlaner, because you don't want another melee hero with the Abaddon unless it's like a axe type hero.
Right.
You get something like a Wind Ranger instead for the offlane, but Weaver isn't bad.
They ban out Shadow Demon, which stands out to me as well. I don't see any particular reason why he would be the choice for ASUS.Polar in this matchup. They'll grab the Bristleback for their final choice. Nice tanky frontliner. Gets shielded up by the Abaddon.
I think they're doing troll in the offlane, because Alpha Ninja picks up the Bristle.
Oh, Alpha Ninja takes him. Okay, that's interesting.
Unless they're going to switch up some lanes and kind of player roles.
It's possible. I really would have thought he'd head to the offlane. All right, so offlane troll.
And a Visage last pick. So the right-click damage from this ASUS.Polar tri lane is very potent.
And their team fight pretty potent as well. Huge physical. Dazzle Luna is a sort of a blast from the past duo. I know it was probably 3 patches ago, but I remember when Luna was kind of rising in prominence when she was real popular last year, her and Dazzle had a really high win rate as a duo. Something like when they were picked in Junction, the win rate shot up to like 70-ish%, high 60s.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then independently, they both had like 50 to 55 win rates. So, I mean, it makes a lot of sense. The weave and the bouncing glaives, they all do physical damage. So if you can last past like the 30-minute mark or something, that win rate even jumps up by another 10% or something like that. I don't know if it still holds true on this patch. We haven't really seen Luna picked up enough for those numbers really to make a difference. But it is a duo that has some good old-fashioned synergy.
Yep. Well, we'll see how Illidan can do this time around. It's got the fully decked-out Crescent Moon set. Actually, no, it's a bit of a mixed match, I think. Some of the Lucent Riders, some of the Crescent Moon.
The real question is, what mount is he wearing here? The Hoof and Paw. Oh, yeah. That's what I'm talking about. That's right.
Don't worry. He's a Hoof and Paw user.
Yes. This is, this mount, I like this mount. I feel weird about it, but I like it. I still think its back legs are too tiny to support the massive snout that this beast has. Look how tiny its back legs are.
I love the way it actually looks like a pig when it just jogs along.
Oh, my.
It reminds me of Pumbaa.
Pumbaa. It does look kind of like Pumbaa.
Just obviously different color scheme, but as far as its build and how it runs and how it's a bit podgy.
Yeah, it is.
It's very Pumbaa-esque.
Yeah, it is. I guess it's supposed to be a warthog of sorts. All right, well, always a treat to see the Moon Rider. Yeah, we'll see how Illidan fares with her this game. He'll be joined by Lil on the Visage and FNG on the Dazzle for their defensive try. That'll put Phobos mid on the Brewmaster. And that leaves Mag in the off lane on the Space Cow. Nothing surprising about these lanes from ASUS.Polar, but strong lanes they are nonetheless.
HellRaisers going to be running Dread on the Abaddon. We've got 1-1-1 playing the Zeus. Alpha Ninja going to be playing the Bristleback. And down bottom is going to be Goddamn on the line and Artez on your Troll Warlord.
God damn it.
So this is their off laner. This
is GoDz.
Oh, yeah, GoDz. Assuming
Yeah, he's tagged as 111 before. I'm like 90% sure.
Yeah. He's even got the little HellRaisers logo as his avatar. So. Clash here at the top lane. Zeus comes out with the Arc Lightnings. They want to fight this, and with the Phonic Shield and a Bristleback, this is not a bad time to fight. They're doing a ton of AoE damage here. Alpha Ninja does not have the best kind of protection here. He needs another Phonic Shield here. The Quill Spray is going. It's Phobos with the first blood to start things off here. No return kill just yet. Phobos is salving up, and as is Illidan. They may turn and fight this once more. Visage is nearby with a Grave Chill. 4v3.
Aura from Illidan will help out quite a bit. FNG on the backside, throwing out the heals. Ooh, got him. Now he gets shielded up. The shield's gone. The right clicks hurt so bad, Gods. Now Phobos gets another one. Brewmaster basically walking into lane with a bottle. And now 9 stick charges. Oh my gosh.
He pops him. He's not done. He gets a clap on a couple. And Dread with the Grave Chill slow. He's going to be a third kill. Oh my gosh, this damage. I looked at this, I'm like, oh, HellRaisers have the high ground advantage. They have a Bristleback with an Aphotic Shield, and Zeus with Arc Lightning, which is a really good level 1 fighting spell. They'll be fine. But Lunar Blessing, oh my god, the damage output from that combined with the Shadow Wave giving healing protection and damage was insane. That did not go how I expected to go.
Turned out to be a very strong level 1 skirmish. Brewmaster getting all 3 of the kills with that big old flail. And now he is having a good time. Bottle gets delivered. He's already more than halfway to his boots. This is the dream come true. Looking at that net worth tab, yeah, he's feeling pretty good.
Oh, man. Doubling the net worth of your mid-hero at 1 minute in. That's a bad sign for Alpha Ninja.
Yeah, so he will take the Bristleback mid, and Artez is safe lane on the troll, so it is the dual lanes like you were talking about. It'll be Zeus in the off lane, though, with an Abaddon nearby. An interesting choice.
Yeah, that's, I guess, just keep the Zeus alive, try and have him leech XP as much as possible. But as soon as these pulls start coming in, we'll be able to
no blocks.
keep HellRaisers away from that.
This is interesting. An interesting choice from HellRaisers. I feel like Zeus is the best suited to be the solo mid hero. Of everyone else they have, Troll and Bristle, pretty tanky with the blind on the Troll, the Bristleback ability on Bristle. There's all sorts of things that they can do to hold their own in the lane. But Zeus, it's a little more tricky. He's going to need the Abaddon to give him any kind of presence, and then you're sharing XP, which is never what you want to do with Zeus.
Well, the 2-minute runes both go the way of HellRaisers, but very small win. A line with a DD rune maybe can zone out Mag a little bit from the off lane, and the bounty rune for Dread going to inch him closer and closer to that level 2. But right now, these lanes are a bit of a worry here. We see GoDz up top getting completely pushed out down to 150 HP. Just some casual Lucent Beam harass even coming out from Illidan.
Yeah. Despite this double damage, Mag's still having a great time in the off lane. He's already leeched his way up to level 3 on the Spirit Breaker. So has the trifecta of abilities with the 1/1/1 opener, boot, stout shield. He's feeling pretty good himself, certainly doing better than the Zeus, who has only got 1 last hit to his name and still not yet level 3.
He's trying to just leech some XP from this pull camp here, but for the most part, this is very, very minor stuff. And, well, we won't see him getting too much out of that in the end. So this offlane dual lane, Zeus is not going to get too much farm. May find some XP here or there, but I feel in general it's just not going to be a big success. Kind of like you mentioned, it feels like Zeus was just going to be more suited to the mid lane. And Bristleback, just your natural offlaner here. Compared pretty nicely with the Abaddon. Isn't quite at your axe level of potency, but still very, very good.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know that he'd be doing amazingly in this dual lane, but he could at least get a little more aggressive and take some of the harass from these supports, exchange blows, throw out some quills. Two pretty low armor heroes in these early levels that would otherwise struggle, I think, against the Bristleback, but are pretty potent against the magic damage of old Zeusy. Still only halfway through level 2. Mag, meanwhile, halfway through level 4. Had a full creep wave shove into his tower, and now picks up the Orb of Venom. So getting ready as he approaches level 6 to start moving around the map and looking to find some kills. 4-minute rune on the way, and this time ASUS.Polar want to contest. They'll move 3 heroes to the top to secure this rune, and meanwhile in the jungle, Mag and Gotham duking it out. Mag already used his charge, and Gotham will be there to pick up the bounty. Regen goes to the Brewmaster in the mid.
Okay, and Mag, with his Orb of Venom, he can look to start teaming up with supports, go for ganks elsewhere on the map. Maybe a support rotates mid and he goes for a charge, or the supports come down bottom. He has some decent kill potential off of this, but on his own, can't really do it. He needs to be paired with a support or someone like the Brewmaster hitting level 6. Maybe around when Phobos hits 6, he goes for a charge mid, but for now, happy to continue leeching XP. Feels like the lane stage has been a big success for ASUS.Polar, continuing to bully Dread in the top lane as well as GoDz. Dread's still just level 1. He's got absolutely nothing. He's gotten more XP from bounty runes than he has the lane.
Down bottom, Mag will finally get initiated on. Stun from GoDz. Whirling Axes fly through, but won't be enough for a kill. Spirit Breaker, plenty of hit points, and will chew through that last tango. Artez is farming nicely, keeping up with the Luna in the safe lane, so that is one thing going well for the HellRaisers, but Zeus getting absolutely nothing, not even getting experience, still not yet level 3. This is becoming a bigger and bigger worry for the HellRaisers. Zeus, not a hero known for his ability to play well from behind, especially when he's under-leveled. Ninja doing okay in the mid, but Phobos out-farming him, and he's looking to have a very well-timed Blink Dagger here at 1,100 gold at only the 5-minute mark, and already level 6, Primal Split, ready to rock it.
That's where this lane can get kind of dangerous for Ninja. If there's a gank coming his way, maybe around the 6-minute mark when the runes come into play, there's potential for kills there. But he does get himself healed back up, has got his full bottle here for Ninja. Well, he hasn't healed yet, but should be looking to do so fairly soon, because the clap potential is there from DK Phobos if he wants to go for that solo kill. But for now, Dread nearby has a TP scroll as well, but level 1 can only TP and shield, doesn't even have the miscoil for that added protection.
Yeah, that is, wow, still level 1. There's not much to leech up in that top lane.
Mag and goddamn it bottom. Battle it out.
HR Converge for the rune up top. Lion gets another rune here, Invisibility. Not going to do too much for him. Meanwhile, in the mid, DK Phobos going on to Ninja. He'll get charged up from afar. I have a feeling they're going to cancel this one. No, Mag wants to keep going. There you go. The blue split shield comes out onto Ninja. And for now, he'll be safe. Boulder Toss will fly through, but the Abaddon's nearby. They're diving a tier 2 tower for this. In comes GoDz. FNG, he may be the one that goes down instead. He will. Ninja's still on the run, taking all this damage very well, but there's the charge flying through. He'll go down first. Now Zeus gets charged up, stunned, crit by Phobos, and we'll see if he can actually chase him down here. Now Phobos gets zapped. Now a crit onto the Abaddon. Has an aphotic shield, but it's only level 1, so not going to absorb too much damage. Phobos running out of options here to chase, misses the clap, and will be forced to retreat. An awkward fight, but pretty even at the end of it. A 1 for 2 rather. Lion ended up dying. Yeah. Okay, so still good for ASUS.Polar, but
I feel like they didn't even execute that gank well at all. Like, Phobos
exactly.
Missing that last clap. The Brewmaster split was very ineffective because the shield came immediately onto the clap, so he was like running around kind of blindly with the primal splits for a bit. But even with that, they still get a 2-for-1 trade. Just goes to show how much of an advantage they had going into that fight if they can execute poorly and still win the fight.
Even the angle they engaged at, just like diving the tower, like I really thought Mag was going to cancel that one.
Yeah.
Charging right on through, taking all those tower shots. Minor casualties.
Well, Phobos now just 50 gold away from his Blink Dagger already at 7.5 minutes and also about to hit his level 8. So he's got a lot of XP, a lot of farm here in this mid lane. That is a worry here. Charge down bottom. Artez should be okay. No, there's a Nether Strike. This is a lot of damage output. Artez could be in some trouble here. Mag just needs 1 or 2 more right clicks with the blind. It's not exactly easy. Artez going to walk into F-God, and unless he can juke through these trees, he's in trouble, but turns back around. Some pathing issues there for Artez. I think he was dead either way with another actually charged no mana, but I think with the creep wave and a dazzle right click, it would have been enough.
Yeah, agreed. And there's that early laning presence from Mag coming to show. Already level 6, soon to be level 7. Without another strike, there's no way they find a kill there. So now ASUS.Polar sort of using the momentum they picked up in the lanes to snowball a little bit more effectively now. 8 minutes in, 6-1. They've got a sizable golden experience lead of about 3,000 each. Set up as a team advantage. Brewmaster closing in. He's got the Blink Dagger already. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize he picked it up yet. This is such a great timing.
And the thing is, Artez was even on farm with Illidan for a long while, but this is where the tempo controls of ASUS.Polar take over. Your Spirit Breaker plus Brewmaster are going to get super active, using the split when possible. DK Phobos, when he gets big runes, will be looking to TP around lanes and just take fights, whereas Troll doesn't really have the same from his team. With Bristleback and Zeus, these heroes are playing. Zeus is playing catch-up. Bristleback isn't really as mobile or as high impact, so we just don't see quite the same from his side.
Yeah, they will get a tier 1 tower down bottom, they being the Radiant, so a little gold gain for HR, but Illidan's still very happy farming in the safe lane.
He was like, who's got a tornado creep? Like, how's this happening?
Yep, that's the HOD. There it is.
Stacking some Ancients.
Yep, Wild Wing Ripper. So not the greediest build. He did skip the Midas, but still a fairly greedy build. One that if you can get away with, accelerates your farm quite a bit. You can farm the jungle with all that lifesteal without having to go to the well, and then you can stack yourself, opening up space for your supports to go in other areas of the map and open up efficiency that way. So overall, smart item choice here, and GoDz getting charged up. They'll go ahead and cancel it. So if this keeps up, Illidan will, I think, just keep surpassing the Troll and getting more and more momentum. Troll gets some casual lifesteal, but I think he wants his Yasha coming out next.
I like this from Illidan too. He gives the safe lane to the Visage, who isn't level 6. He's kind of slow as far as getting XP and farm, was just kind of focusing more on the support. Now they're going to go for a smoke gang with Illidan as well. They're going to start things off on the Lion here. And you get the kill there with the Lucent Beam, so Illidan gets a kill for his team, and he now is in a position where he can push down a T1 tower. Still has Eclipse as well. Very hard hold here with a blink on your Brewmaster. This is just not a tower you can really afford to defend. He's just going to blink, clap, ulti anyone who comes near it.
Yep, only 1 point in the aura for Illidan, but that's really all they need. The damage that it adds is still very significant at this stage of the game. Glyph comes out, the tower still falls. It's Illidan that grabs the last hit. That'll be the first tower kill of the game for the Dire, but the tier 1 mid. Great access point to take down this early on. 10-minute rune comes out. It will be a double damage in the bottom. Phobos blinks down, fills up the bottle. And not sure who got the bounty. Looks like Zeus was able to pick it up in the top lane. GoDz closing in on level 6, so he's getting there, GoDz. Soul Ring complete, but now he's getting charged.
Uh-oh.
As soon as he gets a little momentum.
No ward vision for this as well. They do not see this Spirit Breaker on the move. Brewmaster's a bit further away. Gets a DD rune.
There is another strike here, though.
A bit close to the tower, unfortunately.
They opt to cancel it.
Better safe at this point. You're out-farming your opponents. The one big comeback mechanic for HR is going to be pick-offs or overextensions from ASUS.Polar. So ASUS.Polar, Mag is no Illidan. He's not going to go diving into the enemy side of the map on his own, and at least for now, we'll see things be kind of slowed down a bit by the ASUS.Polar squad. With good reason, I'd say. They've got Yasha now and Illidan. He's got his farming tools. He may not have gone for the Midas, but he still has a lot of farming potential with this build. Actually going for the Alpha Wolf, which he seems to want to keep within for some extra damage.
Yeah, that can also accelerate your farm, of course. I think some of his supports have been helping him stack Ancients. It's only a double stack right now, so hasn't gotten too much out of it, though. FNG is in the vicinity and may linger around. Maybe they'll just go ahead and clear it out.
Yeah, it looks like they may just want to take this soon. Or this a Roshan. Not stacking the Ancients on the way there. Not getting that full efficiency, but hey, Roshan's pretty damn nice.
Yeah, Roshan is very, very nice. And with the aura, with the extra little bit of damage, they should be able to do this fairly easily. Using the Alpha Wolf to tank up a little bit. HellRaisers are nearby, but Zeus just walks right into it. The crits from Phobos. Now the charge across the river right onto Dread. He's only level 3. No borrowed time, and it's an easy double for Phobos as his streak continues.
He's still got the haste rune too. He'll tank up Roshan, let Illidan get the damage he needs onto the Roshan, and there's just no potential for any kind of stopping this, and Artez can just go back to his own jungle, try and get his own items, and this is getting really ugly for the HellRaiser squad. They need to find kills elsewhere on the map. Lion's looking with a finger of death to catch out Lil on the Visage, but Lil's done a good job of getting his farm when he can. He's up to 29 CS as a Visage. Yeah, he's had a lane to farm, but he's been there alone, so he has to be very cautious of these kind of games, because HellRaisers are looking for kind of the low-hanging fruit, which at this point is your Visage at top. He's the easier kill to be finding, as opposed to your Luna and your Brewmaster, but just not a kill that HellRaisers are even getting at this point.
Yep, and getting level 6 now with the familiars, he can farm that much more efficiently. Roche helping out everyone's bottom line on the Dire, especially Illidan, as he's the one to grab the Aegis of the Immortal. Now moves into a Yasha, another great farming tool. Gets a triple stack of Ancients now, and will happily just farm it up himself. Meanwhile, in the top lane, the HellRaisers moving into the Tier 1 tower. Got him, and Ninja slowly but surely ticking it down. We'll see if they can get a reaction out of ASUS.Polar. Looks like they will. TP to the top Tier 2. It's going to be Mag, and I think he's going to come a charge. And
I feel like there's a very low chance HellRaisers can get this tower, and they should not be staying around. Ninja likely to get charged soon. Visage coming in as well. And
I'm surprised he hasn't charged earlier. Okay, there we go on to Ninja. I thought they might go for God. Hex used on Lil. Can he find the stun? No. Lion gets stunned up. There it is. Right on to Mag as he's on his way in. But Lucent Beam, that'll secure the kill. The Mist Coil just too low level, not putting out enough healing to get Lion out of kill threshold from a singleton beam.
ASUS.Polar just walking all over HellRaisers, going from one tower to the next, from one kill to the next, just out-farming their opponents. The CS is ugly. All the supports are even picking up farm. Your Visage, 32 CS, 24 on your Dazzle. Mag has the least CS of all the core heroes, and that's kind of what ends up happening a lot with Spirit Breaker, who's looking to create space. Said, well, Mag ain't done. He's charging the mid lane. He wants some more.
All right, Artez is the target. Glyph comes out to buy the tower a little bit of time. Mag will cancel the charge, but it will be enough to keep the tower alive, or at least buy them a little bit of a longer duration. ASUS.Polar did win the tower race. Visage gets the kill on the top Tier 1. They let the tower fall mid. Mag getting dove very deep. Ninja has the Aphotic Shield on him, helping out, but Dazzle TP's in the nick of time. Shallow Grave heal keeps Mag up. Now, can they find some stragglers on the retreat? Alpha Ninja with an invisibility rune, he'll be okay, but Dread, he gets charged as he's scouted by Phobos, still only level 4, and he's not going to be able to TP out in time. Mag's there, he comes cruising on in, a crit to the face from the Brewmaster, gets another one up on the scoreboard, 11-1, as ASUS.Polar continue to pressure the HellRaisers and punish their hyper-aggression. Alpha Ninja will make it away, but oh boy, GoDz, it just keeps getting worse.
From minute 0, this game has just not been going well for HellRaisers. They've kind of done okay with the farm, at least on the Troll, on the Bristleback, but they're still behind their counterparts. They're getting beat down, and this is going very, very dismally here. Illidan now ready to start taking more towers here. He's picked up a Manta Style at 15 minutes in with Treads and Helm with a Dominator. Hits level 11 for the second point in the Eclipse, and, well, for HellRaisers, all they can do is play defensive Dota right now.
Yeah, they've been up behind at every stage of this game ever since, well, the horn blew, as you mentioned. And now it's just going to continue. Gotham gets charged as he gets scouted out by the Visage Familiars. Mag may get punished for this. A lot of damage coming his way, but Dazzle is nearby. Mag losing some of his mana, but leaving Lion's mana drain under-leveled right now. Mag's still very low. Dazzle holding on to that grave as long as he can. The Primal Split comes out to zone out the rest of HR. Now Alpha Ninja in rather deep. They'll focus Dread. Soul Assumption enough for the kill. Now they isolate the Bristleback. Familiars flying back over. Eclipse channel by Eldon. It's a solo Bristle for Alpha Ninja, but it secures the kill. Ulti from Zeus finds a kill on the Dazzle, so that's pick me up for HR. Doubles their kill count. But now they're going to lose a bit more. Tier 2 tower in the mid's already fallen, and I think this Tier 2 up top is soon to go down next.
Yeah, and put it that way, they just doubled their kill count. It sounds pretty good to me.
Yeah, what a fight! Oh,
you look on the bright side sometimes.
Bugger. There's just nothing stopping Illidan at this point, or DK Phobos for that matter. They're both undefeated, 6-0-5 on the Brew, 3-0-3 on the Luna, and still with an Aegis of the Immortal, though. Not for much longer.
So at this point, HellRaisers just trying to bank on getting some of these core items of theirs to turn around some fights. The BKB on their Troll Warlord, but I don't feel like Magic Immunity is going to solve the issue here. The right-click damage with Luna Aura, with the Weave as well coming into play. You've got lockdown through the BKB from the Nether Strike. You're going to have a Vlad's on your Brewmaster. Not to mention the AC. He's already got the Hyperstone on top of this. He's halfway to the AC, so this BKB for Artez is not going to be the answer. He's still only got about 1k HP currently. With the BKB, he'll get maybe up to like 1,300, 1,400, but that is not going to be anywhere near enough to stay alive in this fight.
Definitely not. Dazzle closing in on a mech himself. Still a ways off the recipe, but another fighting tool in the arsenal of ASUS.Polar. He's got his arcane boots already. Feeling pretty, even the support's feeling pretty farmed on the dire side. You look at the Dazzle, he's got 4k net worth. Visage is even more than that. He's surpassed the Spirit Breaker. It's a 3 Visage at this point. Lil, not so little anymore. As it appears he's moving into a Yule's Scepter. No Aghanims on the way, but already has the Medallion. And still putting out a lot of pressure, even just scouting with the Familiars. Very valuable when you have a Spirit Breaker to secure those long-range charges.
Yeah, they've used that a few times this game to great effect. Right now, HellRaisers are just trying to hide from ASUS.Polar, hide from those Familiars. But as a result, they're losing towers all across the map. They're going to lose their last outer tower just 18 minutes in the game. And they're trying to take, well, a tier 1 tower while that's going on here. It looks like they should be able to get this. No TPs inside, but ASUS.Polar may just go high ground here. I feel like even without the Aegis on their side, they've got the Vlads, they've got Luna with a Manta Style. Yep, they're just going to go straight up to the top, work on the tier 3 tower. No glyph available. Blink forward from your Brewmaster. And
get Zeus down to half health just from a blink clap crit. They will back out now. Tower down to about half health. ASUS.Polar feeling pretty healthy. They don't want to bum rush this. They don't have the Aegis anymore, so Illidan needs to be a little bit careful, still respecting how much damage this Bristleback can put out if they take a bad fight. But here we go. Reinitiation from the Brewmaster. Primal Split straight away. Charge onto the GoDz. He'll be the first one to go down. Alpha Ninja taking some decent damage from the Eclipse. Will live as he turns his back with the Abaddon. Won't be so lucky. The buyback from the Abaddon comes straight away. Buyback from Zeus as well. Still a 5v5 on the field with the buybacks included. They get the tier 3 tower, and now ASUS.Polar just want to back on out. Phobos gets fingered, but there's a shallow grave. It won't even proc him down to 0. He'll be okay with just a heal from the Dazzle. Another Weave comes out, catches quite a few heroes on HR, and they may look to reinitiate this as they lose armor. Poison Touch, slow from the Visage.
Abaddon isn't even level 6.
Yeah, low on mana, will back out, but we haven't seen a borrowed time yet. He's almost there.
He's coming close. Oh, man, that was just brutal stuff there. HellRaisers forced to use multiple buybacks just to hold on to their Raxes. And ASUS.Polar never looked like they were even really that close to losing anyone. DK Phobos when he got fingered. Yeah, okay, you had to force out a grave and stuff. Could have died potentially, but That was with everything HellRaisers had been thrown at him.
He wasn't even really that close to dying. Even without the grave, they fingered him, but there was no follow-up after that. I think he was fine if he just kept on running.
And now he's practically got his AC, just 1,000 gold away, just needs the recipe and farming up some ancients, has a DD rune, level 13.
Yeah, that was
this game getting out of control.
That was a huge net worth trade for ASUS.Polar. Now they're about 14,000 in the lead and 7,500 experience. Illidan will just be moving into a butterfly with the Eagle Song already complete. The Visage gets himself a Yules. You mentioned the AC, and yep, things just looking good across the board for the Dire as Luna pulls further ahead on the net worth chart. Could be victim of a gank here. Uh-oh, Artez scouts it out, but Illidan, he's pretty damn fast. Gets hit by the Whirling Axes. There is support inbound. Charge coming from across the map. A TP to that tower. FNJ gets run over. Oh my, now he's isolated. Bristol's going to get left behind. His team left him. HR said, see ya, buddy. You're big. You can handle this. Or not, but we're going to save ourselves. Good night, sir.
Yikes.
That is a disaster.
Ouch.
Oh, boy.
So, at this point, this game is over at the next Roshan. I don't see HellRaisers.
Yeah, just about.
That's going to be the crippling blow, unless there's some kind of big answer that HellRaisers have that I'm not seeing. But as far as this game, I mean, it feels like it's over right now, but it's going to be sealed when they get the next Aegis. They might even go for the Aegis. They've pushed up near this mid lane. Not really. I guess Lil was around the Roshan pit, kind of scouting it out. It could be coming up anytime soon, and it will be in the next 30 seconds. But for now, they just backed off, getting some farm on elsewhere on the map, waiting up for the AC more than anything. It feels like.
Yeah, even
AC
the mech
butterfly
up on Dazzle now. So
yeah, they're just about to get their core items. The mech on Dazzle you mentioned, the AC. And the Luna Butterfly. They'll have these 3 big items and an Aegis in hand.
How do you stop that?
Good night, HellRaisers.
I see no way for HR to deal with it. Abaddon will be 6. That's definitely been the biggest travesty of this game so far. Is every time he gets initiated, I think, oh, this isn't so bad. And oh, wait, he's just a regular hero right now. Doesn't even have that second life yet. Oh, tough game to be in Abaddon. The Lion, however, has found a baseline of farm this game and got him. He's going to grab the Blink Dagger to go with his Tranquil's magic stick. It's a baby step. Now he walks by a ward. Now he's getting charged. Okay, they cancel. Not going to be too aggressive.
Still, ASUS.Polar doesn't look like they've scouted out Roshan just yet. They're in the neighborhood, though. This is normally when you'd go in there. It looks like that's exactly what FNG has in mind. Sees Roshan, says, we can do this if we want, guys. We can push if we want. We can, I don't know. We can go take a 5-minute smoko and come back and probably still win this Dota game as well if we want.
Well, speaking of smoke, HR moving through the Radiant Jungle, afraid of the Roshan being under contention, perhaps, ready to come and fight for the big creep. One of the smokes will get revealed as FNJ walks a little too close to the Bristleback. Now the initiation, the charge, coming across. Lil just laying in the damage. Can they even bring down Phobos? No, the Grave comes out, still has the Primal Split available. They bring down the line right away. BKB from Artez buys him some time, but still falls to the right clicks. Fast 2-for-0, make it 3 as well. Even Abaddon in the mix. I think this is GG territory.
Yep. You know, normally you wait until you lose a Rax, but this game is one of those games where you could well justify doing it before even a lane of Rax is down. Zeus will TP out from a gank at top lane, but small victories here for the HellRaisers side as they're going to lose Aegis to the Luna. Butterfly coming out on the courier. Bot lane we go, top lane we go, any lane we want we go, and the HellRaisers defense is, well, at this point, just some poorly constructed walls and not much really defending their base.
Yeah. Okay, so ASUS.Polar with all the tools that we talked about at their disposal. I think that butterfly is on the way. Yep, sure is. And Mag working on, well, either a Sanj or a BKB or something. Doesn't really matter what he's working on because I don't think he's going to have time to finish it unless ASUS.Polar really want to play the farming game. Fantasizing about the World of Warcraft days. Sit back, grind some more. Wait for a new expansion, then keep on grinding. Nope, they're gonna do this one right, guys. They're gonna move up and kill some structures.
All right, ASUS.Polar take it to HellRaisers as they've done from minute 0 here, and laying about that grinding life.
Dude, he's feeling brave right now. Even just with the butterfly, the amount of the EHP this gives him pretty damn significant. They don't want to waste a finger on him to burn the Aegis. They've got plenty of support to heal him back. I mean, look at this. They burst him down and they give him a mech, give him a shadow wave, maybe an urn charge.
this Dazzle pick has just been great. It always guarantees Brewmaster to get a split off, and we saw in that last fight on Roshan where you grave the Brewmaster so that he can blink in and not have to worry about getting chain disabled and burst down by a Lion, Hex, and Pale. DK Phobos just does so much in the team fight.
Yeah, he's still undefeated. 6-0-12 now on the Brewmaster as ASUS.Polar knocking on the front door. We're only 25 minutes in, though. It feels like this game's been going on for a while. 20-2 as ASUS.Polar just one fight away from securing a victory in Game 1 of this best-of-3 series here in the second set of semifinals for the European Qualifier, rather.
Bouncing Glave's going to be going through the back lines here. Illidan in the front lines. Pops his Manta style, but Healy racks claim.
Easy. Here we go. Collapse split. Appa Ninja, the target of choice for now. Zeus isolated by the tornado. They'll switch and go on to Gotham. Zeus comes down to planet Earth and gets blown up by the Visage. Now Dread taking a lot of damage. Borrowed time will be utilized. Clips for Appa Ninja just by himself. Actually, Gotham comes on in. He gets blasted by the beams as well. BK beat Artez. He wants to fight, even though his team's already GG'd out. He'll do what damage he can to Mag, but it will be for nothing. As he falls, the Space Cow stays alive, and it is a damn one-sided game with ASUS.Polar taking the victory.
One of the more one-sided games I've seen in a long, long time. ASUS.Polar looking good. I mean, they've been on a pretty good streak lately. They qualified for the ES Portal Finals. We saw that 3-2 victory over Power Rangers the other day, and they're continuing it here in the Major All-Stars, making a big case for their team and their legitimacy. This is
no
looking good. We may see the continuation of that ASUS.Polar Empire rivalry if they can take down HellRaisers, as that's who's awaiting them in the winner bracket final. But that's just Game 1, so.
Yeah, it's one of those games where, of course, HR were down for the count basically out of the gate. That was one of the worst ways you can start off a game. Get killed 3 times over and have the Brewmaster get every single one of the kills as one of the core mid laners gets a bottle in the first minute, have like a 7-minute blink. I feel like Game 2 could be a lot closer and possibly you could still see a Game 3. That was just a rough game all around.
Yeah. The way they wanted to lane it with the offlane Zeus especially, it felt there was zero room for error. Like, it could have worked with the Zeus in the offlane, but they couldn't afford to give away those kills at the first fight or anything like that. Once they did that, it would have been okay maybe for some recovery if the Zeus was mid, they had a Bristleback in the offlane and a Troll in the safe lane, but the funky way they laned it also worked against them. But
yeah, absolutely.
That's Game 1, guys. We're going to take a break. When we come back, it's going to be Game 2 of ASUS.Polar versus HellRaisers. You're watching the Major All-Stars European Qualifier. The winner of this qualifier, well, not going to be found out today. That's happening over the next few days. Is going to Malaysia, going to Kuala Lumpur to compete for over $100,000. Game 2 of the European Qualifier match between ASUS.Polar as well as HellRaisers coming up after this.